Okay.
Coach DJ took over. Well, he did some big scoring in that fourth quarter, much like he did against the Lakers on Tuesday. Just how reassuring is it for you guys to know that you've got 2 point guards who can take over at any point?
Yeah, I think he didn't have a good shooting night, and he had a great game. And I think that's worth noting. He's been shooting the ball so well, but when I say from 3, but his ability, as you said, to get to the rim, to get his mid-range, and then, on the other end, he had a pretty tough assignment there on Booker. So to be able to have that, that burst offensively, at such a crucial time, and then, do it on the other end too is, obviously crucial.
And I want to ask about your bench, 46 points from your bench, but especially from Onyeka and from Bogey, just how instrumental they were in this win.
You can, sometimes you take it for granted the shots that Bogey hits. He's always ready to shoot, and he's able to shoot contested shots. But Onyeka was terrific. He did so many good things on both ends of the floor, and we were switching in pick and roll, and he was matched up on a lot of different people because of that. He's matched up on Durant, even Booker at times. So I thought the job that he did defensively out on the perimeter, that's hard, and he was very good. And then he came up with some big rebounds, a couple offensive rebounds that were, really impacted the course of the game.
Coach, 17 turnovers for Phoenix, 21 points off of those turnovers for you guys. Just how important was it that you guys were able to convert off of those turnovers?
Yeah, I think sometimes, there's matchup situations that are tough. I mean, really anybody on Durant is hard. And Booker's such an elite player, and he's been playing at an unbelievably high level. So even if sometimes they're going to make some shots, and you got to tip your hat, but to the extent we can impact the game, even when they feel like they've got a mismatch situation, by being aggressive and helping and making plays on the ball is big. And obviously, as you said, sometimes, that's your best offense if you can convert those defensive plays.
And also, did you have an update on Sadiq?
No, our health performance. They'll have that soon, I'm sure.
Coach, before the game, we talked about Trey not making the All-Star game. And then he comes out and has a big game, sees Durant on the other team. It's like, how much can inspiration and motivation play a role at this level?
Well, obviously Trey wants to be in the All-Star game. He's anybody that plays in this league wants that. And so, but I think Trey. One of the things that's been great about what he's doing is he's not playing for accolades. He's playing to win. And, you saw that tonight. He was one of the guys. DJ was doing such a great job on Booker, and a lot of times they'll try to put Trey in pick and roll situations. And, he switched onto the ball a number of times and, was able to get in and get up into his man and use his quickness. So, as you said, we talked about that before. You guys know how I feel about him, and as I said, it was good to see, both he and DJ have the games they did, and Trey did some special things tonight, and I don't know that he did that because he had any extra motivation. You'll have to ask him that. I just felt like he was playing to win.
Hey, so Georgia is once again considering legalizing sports betting, and I was wondering if you were at all in favor of it, or you think it could be beneficial for the state to invest in something like that?
That's outside the scope of my job responsibilities. I thought you guys were going to ask me more personnel questions. Now it's gone to gambling. So I'm wise to stay out of political issues. I have my views on things, but I think they need to stay with me.
I'll take you back to personnel. You talked the last couple of days getting Hunter back about getting size, and you didn't have Hunter, and you lost Bay mid-game. How did you manage that situation in a game where having size against Kevin Durant's obviously a very useful thing.
Yeah, it's tough to have size on him when he's his size. Wes gave us some really good minutes, and that was important. He just scraps and competes, and oftentimes if you're giving up size, you have to be aggressive and be competitive and do those things that you have control over. So obviously Sadiq's been, I don't know when, Sadiq might not have missed a game since junior high. He's such a warrior. So, hopefully he's going to be okay. And as you said, we'll figure it out.
Coach, you had a good win tonight, had a good win versus the Lakers a few days ago. You have the Clippers coming in town, and you have Golden State coming in tomorrow. These tough games against these very unique teams, regardless of what the conference is. What have you seen from your team over this short stretch? Obviously, you won 3 in a row now. What have you seen so far, with your team over this stretch, and what is it that you're wanting to continue to see as you go in and face these tough teams at home, or whether you go on the road as well?
We've got to, it seems like there's a lot of tough stretches in this league. I think we've just competed collectively is the biggest thing. And, whether you shoot the ball well or not, we've continued to take our shots. But we've really competed on the defensive end, and we've shared the ball on the offensive end. Guys have had a good feel for one another and played together, and that's a good formula. You'll be able to have some success and certainly be in games when you play that way, and it's good to see.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.